Now, welcome everyone to this session on the legal research, how to do legal research, how to write a research article, and how to writing a research. Yeah. Firstly, let's go into the basis of research. Research basically is creation of the new knowledge or existing use of knowledge in a creative way or in new way to generate new concepts or to generate things better. रिसर्च का बेसिकली मीन्स यही होता है कि आप कुछ नया आइडिया आप अपना लाते हो, फिर आप उसको नए वे में प्रेजेंट करते हो. मेनली ये रिसर्च. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स इन द सेशन, वी विल आई विल आंसर इन द लास्ट. Now, research are of many types, but I will be talking of only two types. One is doctrinal and other is non-doctrinal. And I request to the team, if I am not audible, please ping me about that thing. Yeah. So now, why these two? During your research with legal vidya, I will mostly doing. You will mostly doing the doctoral legal research method. सो आप जब लीगल विद्या में इंटर्नशिप कर रहे हो तो आप मोस्टली डॉक्टरल लीगल रिसर्च मेथड का यूज करोगे बिकॉज इट इज एन ऑनलाइन इंटर्नशिप, नॉट द ऑफलाइन. It means if you it means that you doctoral research method, if you refer to doctoral research, like you will be refer the source of informations like research articles, commentaries, textbooks, journals, एक्सेट्रा. आप सब ना जैसे जर्नल्स पे आप जाओगे, आप केस कमेंट्रीज देखोगे, आप रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स देखोगे, आप इन पर ज्यादा फोकस करोगे ड्यूरिंग द इंटर्नशिप विद लीगल विद्या. Because in this research, you just need to sit in one place, gather information, and then come up with your ideas and write it down. But in non-doctoral legal research, it is more concerned with the question of law. What is studying law? Non-doctrinal is studying the connection of society with various non-legal aspects that will be affect the law and the country. For example, in doctoral research, we have gotten a question on what is rape, define rape, and the Indian Penal Code 1862, or we can say Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, new criminal law. Okay, so this is a doctoral legal research question. You have the question at your hand. What you will do? आपके पास क्वेश्चन है कि आपको क्या रेप क्या है, रेप की डेफिनेशन क्या है अंडर आईपीसी और अंडर भारतीय न्याय संहिता. आपको क्या करना है? आप आईपीसी खोलोगे, आप रेप देखोगे, आप रेप का सेक्शन कौन सा है वो देखोगे, आप रेलेवेंट केस लॉ देखोगे, फिर आप रेप लॉज देखोगे 1860 से पहले कौन से रेप लॉज थे, उसके बाद कौन से अमेंडमेंट्स हुए हैं उसमें, आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस कैसा हुआ है. अभी जैसे भारतीय न्याय संहिता है, पहले रेप 375 में था, अब कहीं और है. So there is a need of now. Yeah. When you will have your question in hand, what will you do? You open the IPC, see the definition of rape, say where section is relevant, which section is relevant to the rape. You will search the relevant case law about that thing. You will search what are the rape laws before 1860, what amendments have been done after the independence, what amendments have been done in the particular section. What is its punishment? Is there a need of punishment more than what we have currently have? These things you will do in the doctoral legal research method. If मैं स्पीड में बोल रहा हूँ तो आप प्लीज चैट बॉक्स में लिख दो कि धीरे बोलने की स्पीड सही है. Please write in chat box, so I will be more comfortable for that thing. हेलो. ओके मंच. या नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल, अब मैं आपको नॉन डॉक्टरिनल का एग्जांपल देता हूँ. लाइक एनी लॉ व्हिच इज enacted by the parliament, like I take an example, farm laws. Farm laws, the impact of farm law on farmers, how law is connected with society, that you see non-doctrinal legal research method. ये जब आपको प्रैक्टिकल बेसिस पे आप करते हो, आप क्वेश्चनर सर्वेस करते हो, आप क्वेश्चनर जाते हो लोगों के पास, लाइक समवन इज रिजाइडिंग इन मेरठ, वो क्या करेगा कि जाएगा मार्केट में घूमेगा, उनसे पूछेगा कि कौन सा क्राइम ज्यादा हो रहा है आजकल, विच क्राइम इज मोर रिलेटेड टू दिस सिटी। आप मेरठ में जैसे जाओगे, उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं छीना चपट्टी इधर ज्यादा है। तो ये होता है नॉन डॉक्ट्रिनल में। आप सोसाइटी, आप लॉ भी स्टडी करते हो, उसके साथ साथ सोसाइटी का कनेक्शन देखते हो, उसमें क्या सोसाइटी का कनेक्शन आ रहा है। नाउ स्टेजेस ऑफ रिसर्च मेथड, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नोट, प्लीज एवरीवन नोट डाउन, because when you write your internship work, say for example I have assigned a task to research or write an article on a particular topic. Say for example I will again I on a particular again on IPC. When you are given that particular task, you will have the question at your hand. What you need to do is you need to understand that question sometimes is very simple complex. आप आपने क्या करना है, एक आईपीसी का कोई भी टॉपिक उठाया, फिर आपको क्या पता है, आपके पास क्वेश्चन आपके हाथ में, आपको पता है क्वेश्चन ये है। अगर वो क्वेश्चन एकदम सिंपल और कॉम्प्लेक्स है, एकदम इजी है, तो आप 2 से 3 बार पढ़ोगे तो आप समझ जाओगे वो क्या कहना चाह रहा है। फिर आप क्या करोगे, फिर अपनी हेडिंग्स और सब हेडिंग्स को आइडेंटिफाई करोगे। जब when you have the question in your hand, what you will do, you need to understand that question. Sometimes the question is simple and complex that you need to read the question twice or thrice, you will understand. So first try to understand the questions, and after that try to identify your headings and subheadings. Now if you are given a topic and say, let's understand with an example. If you are a student wants to read on that particular topic, what are the things you expect or I will be expect, what are we I will be expecting in that article? There will be an introduction, background, you read the relevant case laws, and conclusions. These are the minimal things that I will be expect or conclusion. So we are also expecting, when you write a research paper, first fill in the information, those headings and subheadings, and prepare a draft for now. And then finally, once you finalize, please keep making a revision and editing, because you can also write a research paper in doctrinal legal research method. कट कॉपी पेस्ट थोड़ा सा अपना आइडिया डाला, चलो सर हो गया काम। You don't have to do this thing. That is a doctrinal legal research. But why it is important to complete a rough? अगर आप पहले से एक रफ ड्राफ्ट बना लोगे, फिर उसमें आप अपनी जो गलतियां हैं उसको रेक्टिफाई कर लोगे, तो थोड़ी गलतियां कम होंगी। तो एक ड्राफ्ट बनाना बहुत जरूरी है। बट please do make a rough draft before the date of submission so that you can revise and edit it, because many of times what people do, they cut copy paste, and when you do this cut copy paste method, you don't see whether your sentence makes any sense, because you are writing, आप किस लिए लिख रहे हो, कोई सामने वाला आपका आर्टिकल पढ़े तो वो कंसेप्ट समझ जाए। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि अगर आप ड्राफ्ट नहीं बनाओगे तो गलतियां ही होंगी, अगर ड्राफ्ट बनाने के बाद एक भी गलती नहीं होगी, ड्राफ्ट बनाने के बाद गलतियां होंगी, लेकिन अगर जब आपने ड्राफ्ट नहीं बनाया तब 10 गलतियां थी, आज आपने ड्राफ्ट बनाया तो 2 गलतियां हैं। सो ड्राफ्ट इज द नेसेसरी, एंड देन यू हैव टू स्टार्ट द रिवीजन एंड एडिटिंग ऑफ दैट ड्राफ्ट। Whenever you want to write a perfect article, I am not saying that there won't be mistakes even after revising and editing. Sure, there might be mistakes, but most of the mistakes will be rectified with by you once you start revising and editing it. Chalo. Now, what to remember? There are certain things which I want to remember when I am writing an article. Firstly, the main thing, length of the article. Now, while I am writing an article, we have those people who written only or 1 page as a name of the article. They have written abstract, keywords, all the things they have included from side by side. Sir, this is my task. Please publish it. No, this is not what we want. But when you are interning with legal vidya, I am talking specifically of legal vidya. In this particular case, we want the article to be anywhere around 2000 words to 4000 words. A 2000 words is minimum when you write an article. It will be what, 4 to 5 pages. I believe you have all received the formatting style of Legal Vidya. Its line spacing is 1.5, font size is 12, and font name is Times New Roman. तो मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बच्चे कह रहे हैं, तो सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना है, आपको अगर कोई बच्चा, अब हमारे पास ऐसे बच्चे भी हैं जो क्या करते हैं, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट लिख दिया, कीवर्ड्स लिख दिया, सारी चीजें इंक्लूड कर दी, तो सर ये रहा मेरा टास्क, आई एम डन विद द टास्क। नो, दिस ये हमें नहीं चाहिए। आई एम, जब लीगल विद्या की बात करें, हमें चाहिए कि आपका आर्टिकल मिनिमम 2000 वर्ड से लेकर 4000 वर्ड तक हो। और जब आप इतना लिख, अगर आप 2000 वर्ड का आर्टिकल लिख रहे हो तो ये कम से कम 4 से 5 पेज का जाएगा, कि हमारा फॉर्मेटिंग स्टाइल थोड़ा वैसा। इट इज नॉट, जब आप व्हेन यू राइटिंग 5 पेजेस इज नो बिग deal, but when it comes to writing an article, because you can write even hundreds of pages on the particular topic. When you search on the internet, there is a thousands of pages written on the topic, like article 21, like a dissertations or synopsis, thesis. Why? Because there is that much information is available, but we want that information in a short form. So 2000 words must be a length of article. And when you go outside, you will see there are call for papers, call for chapters, national article writing competitions, essay writing competitions, any kind of writing competitions. For that matter of fact, always remember to say within the word limit. They have given you, if they have said 3000 words maximum, तो आपको 3000 वर्ड से ज्यादा नहीं करना है। आप जब अगर ऐसा करते हो तो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स आपका रिजेक्ट कर देंगे। जस्ट अ सेकंड गाइस, आई एम गेटिंग कॉल। Yeah, sorry for the interruptions. Because many times people will say क्या कि 3000 से ज्यादा लिख देते हैं तो हमें ज्यादा नंबर मिलेंगे। ऐसा नहीं होता। If you extend the word limit, organizers will reject the article because it is not fulfilling the criteria. So do the next thing is remember is language and grammar. They are accurately placed because grammatical errors, it is not grammatically correct. There are spelling mistakes after 2 to 3 minutes. I will not read that. If कोई आर्टिकल मेरे सामने है, आर्टिकल 21 के ऊपर कोई रिसर्च आर्टिकल है, तो अगर उसमें ग्रामर मिस्टेक्स होंगी हर लाइन में, तो मैं वो आर्टिकल नहीं पढ़ूंगा ना, मेरा मन हट जाएगा, मैं दूसरे आर्टिकल पे जाऊंगा। एक बार रिवाइज करते हैं कि हमने व्हाट टू लेंथ ऑफ द आर्टिकल। लेंथ ऑफ द आर्टिकल आपका 2000 से 4000 वर्ड के अंदर बीच में होना चाहिए। हमारी लाइन स्पेसिंग 1.5, फॉन्ट नेम टाइम्स न्यू रोमन, और साइज 12 है। और आपके एकदम छोटा आर्टिकल नहीं लिखना है, मिनिमम 2000 वर्ड्स एंड मैक्सिमम 4000 वर्ड्स से भी लिखना है। इतना इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको गूगल पे मिल जाएगा इसके लिए। और आपके जो टॉपिक्स हैं आपको सेमेस्टर वाइज ही प्रोवाइड करे गए हैं। और आप अगर आप वर्ड लिमिट को एक्सटेंड करते हो तो आप देखा होगा कॉम्पिटिशन्स में आपका जो आपका आर्टिकल होगा वो आपका रिजेक्ट भी हो जाता है। सो प्लीज कीप इन माइंड फॉर दिस लेंथ ऑफ द आर्टिकल। लैंग्वेज एंड ग्रामर, अगर आप ग्रामर सही नहीं लिखोगे तो वो सीधी बात है, कोई बच्चा पढ़ना ही नहीं चाहेगा, कोई स्कॉलर पढ़ाना पढ़ेगा ही नहीं। सो प्लीज रिमेम्बर कि आई विल बी लाइक नो, द पर्सन डज नॉट नो अबाउट दैट व्हाट ही इज राइटिंग। हाउ कैन अ पर्सन डू दिस मच एरर while writing? So what will I do? I immediately will shift to the some other article. मैं क्या करूंगा, अगर मेरे को वो पर्सन, उस सामने वाले बंदे को पता ही नहीं है कि इसमें लिखना, इसने इसने इसको लिखना ही नहीं आता, इसको ग्रामर ही नहीं आती, तो इसको आर्टिकल लिखने, इसका आर्टिकल ही बेकार होगा फिर। तो मैं क्या करूंगा, किसी कोई और दूसरा आर्टिकल पढ़ूंगा। So if you want people to read your article, always ensure that the language and the grammar is correct. Now scannability. Scannability basically means that if I open your work at a one glance, I will able to understand what this article is talking about. क्या मुझे समझ आ जाएगा कि सॉरी आपका आर्टिकल क्या कहना चाह रहा है, क्या मुझे हेडिंग्स एंड सब हेडिंग्स सब मेरे लिए रेलेवेंट है कि नहीं है। So for explaining the scannability at the end of the session, I will show you two works and you will tell me which one is much better. That will be really helpful for you. When you're writing your articles, then explain jargons. Now, as a law student or a law scholar, many times what we do is we try to incorporate as many Latin maxims. हम क्या करते हैं, लैटिन मैक्सिम्स को हटाने की कोशिश करते हैं, उसकी जगह इजी वर्ड डालने की कोशिश करते हैं, और लीगल jargons को as possible. If you ever do that, please explain those terms. For example, you have used the term ordigal term partum. Okay, see, some students don't know about the what ordigal term partum say. Some students don't know about it is a principle of natural justice. So please explain that term, because without explaining them, It won't be of any use of the person who is reading it. Why we read an article or why we search the article? For ending online is to ensure that we can understand the topic in a much simpler way. If you are using legal terms or legal maxims, explain them always. क्या करते हैं जार्गन्स में? जार्गन्स एक तरीके से जो हार्ड वर्ड्स होते हैं एक तरीके से, क्योंकि जो लीगल मैक्सिम होते हैं, ऑर्टिकल टर्म, पार्ट टर्म, केवियत टेम्पर, तो इन सब से हम इन सबको समझना के लिए ऑथर का काम होता है कि इन सबको एकदम इजीएस्ट वे में समझाएं, ताकि जो रीडर है वो उसको आराम से समझ सके। प्रॉपर आप इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड करें कि उसका प्रॉपर लीगल मैगजीन का मतलब क्या है। नाउ नाउ वी मूव फॉरवर्ड टू इंट्रोडक्शन एंड कंक्लूजन। प्लीज ऑलवेज राइट अ गुड इंट्रोडक्शन एंड कंक्लूजन. So if anybody who reads, if anybody want to read about the topic, so we person will directly go to the introduction and conclusion. Conclusion में क्या आता है? Conclusion में आता है कि जो ऑथर है उसका क्या हुआ, उसका उसने जब रिसर्च करी तो कहाँ तक पहुंचा, क्या उसने सोचा, उसको पता चला इस रिसर्च के बाद है कि at the very last end, please ask for reviews from your peers, because when they review article, when when they see an article, they will say, okay, this thing is particularly missing. Please add this thing. Please incorporate this thing. If you अगर आपको लगता है कि उन्होंने जो बताया है वो relevant है, so you can incorporate. So please take a review from everybody. Every like if you take review from your seniors, you can take review from your classmates also. You can take review from your faculty. So please ask for reviews every time when you're writing a research article. Format. We have already sent you the format of an article. I think gender inequality in India, I think that is the article we have shared with you. So while you are writing your article during the internship period, always remember to write your first thing is abstract. आप abstract में overview लिखते हो topic का, and keywords, introduction obviously, it has a main body, then the use of authorities and conclusion. So in abstract and keyword. So coming to abstract and introduction. First, the basic difference between them, the purpose of both. Abstract gives you an overview of what you have discussed throughout your article. And introduction introduces the topic. Abstract is for a maximum of 300 words. And introduction is much more bigger. It can vary. You can write a bigger introduction also. If you want to make points and subpoints, you can write a shorter one as well, depending on you. एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आप सिर्फ उसका टॉपिक का ओवरव्यू लिखते हो, लेकिन इंट्रोडक्शन ऑथर पे डिपेंड होता है। ऑथर चाहे तो उसको बड़ा भी कर सकता है, ऑथर चाहे तो उनको पार्ट्स में भी लिख सकता है, ऑथर चाहे तो उनको जैसे लाइक एब्स्ट्रैक्ट 300 वर्ड का है तो इंट्रोडक्शन 700-800 वर्ड में खत्म कर सकता है। तो ऑथर 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 टू ऑथर डिपेंड होता है कि उसको एब्स्ट्रैक्ट और इंट्रोडक्शन कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है अपने आर्टिकल्स में। So now always use authorities, because it shows that the information that you are using is relevant and is correct. In fact, it gives basically explains the reader that okay, this person has written that इंडिया में आज X number of crimes है। कहाँ से आए भैया ये कहाँ से लाए तुम? तो इसके लिए इसका आपको सोर्स मेंशन करना है। So you have to mention the source where you have take that data, like India has done X number of crimes in the previous year 2022 to 23. So you have to cite that source of that particular information, and it is a verified information. So always do that, as well as then. So always cite those things which are not normal. Please cite that things. Now we can move to the conclusion. What you will to do is in this. What you will have learned throughout your research paper, what you have understood about, you have to conclude that particular topic in your own terms and write a conclusion or solution for the same. मेनली कंक्लूजन में आपको ये लिखना होता है कि आपने जो अपनी रिसर्च करी उसके बाद आप कहाँ कौन से मेन पॉइंट पे पहुंचे। इस रिसर्च के बाद मुझे ये पता चला, लाइक मैं रिसर्च कर रहा था रेप लॉस पे, तो मेरे को पता चला कि नहीं रेप लॉस सफिशिएंट नहीं है, इनमें अमेंडमेंट आने की जरूरत है। या फिर मेरे को पता चला नहीं रेप लॉस बहुत सही है, इसमें कोई अमेंडमेंट लाने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसमें पनिशमेंट सही है, लाइक दैट। Now coming to something really important, and most of one is are messaging me what is plagiarism and citations. So plagiarism basically is when you copy someone else's work without giving them proper credit. Why you must not do it? Because it is very unethical. It is a wrong practice, and many of times you can even be punished for plagiarized content under the Copyright Act 1957. Please read the sections from section 60 to section 70. You will be understand why it is not, why you will not copy some other's work, because it is very unethical. It is a wrong practice, and many of times you can be punished. आपको कभी भी किसी का काम कॉपी नहीं करना है, आपको उसको अपने वर्ड्स में लिखना है. अगर आप कोई भी काम कॉपी करते हो विदाउट साइटिंग देम, so you will be punished for that under the Copyright Act. Now, if you remember, I don't know how many of you were present in the previous sessions. And we had an introductory session on the 3rd, I believe, on February, yesterday, I think. And there we have stated for research that the plagiarism will be allowed at only 10%. So always remember, since you are our interns, and we also want you to learn something new, not just stuck on one point. I did want say something else. Just a second. Uh, yeah, we also want you to learn something. I don't want you to just stuck up on one thing. अगर आपको कोई एक ही चीज आती है तो हम ये नहीं चाहते कि आप वहीं रहो, आप उससे कुछ नई चीजें सीखें. So whenever you what I did say, someone else work. So always ensure that, like whenever you are submitting your research paper or writing a work for someone else, like you are doing your internship and you are writing for us, writing a internship tasks, and you are with us, not to plagiarize. Yes, if you are referring someone else work, give them proper credit, but do not intentionally plagiarize, because it is an academic offense. In the end, always use quotation marks and references. If you are directly quoting someone else's words or using someone else's thoughts and your ideas, please quote them. Use proper quotation marks. आप क्या करोगे? अगर आपने कोई भी कंटेंट लिया है तो उनको प्रॉपर क्रेडिट दोगे. अगर आपने कोई भी स्टेटमेंट, लाइक अटल बिहारी जी वाजपेयी, सरकारें आएंगी जाएंगी ये देश रहना चाहिए, सो यू हैव टू राइट इन द कोटेशन मार्क बाय अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी, फॉर्मर प्राइम मिनिस्टर. You put that in the double inverted commas. Always paraphrase, now main paraphrase when it is necessary. आप तभी paraphrase करो जब जरूरी है. Now many people, what they do, they will say move to paraphrase. It does not count in plagiarism. That is not good thing. While paraphrasing, it can be useful, no doubt, but it should be done sparely. And even if you paraphrase, you must use a proper citation and include references, because again, you are using someone else's work. In the end, not yours. आप पैराफ्रेज आप कहीं कहीं कर सकते हो. ये नहीं कि चलो पैराफ्रेज कर लेते हैं, आर्टिकल सबमिट कर देते हैं. आप हर जगह पैराफ्रेज यूज नहीं कर सकते. आपको लगता है कि पैराफ्रेज प्लेजरिज्म में नहीं है, लेकिन वो प्लेजरिज्म में आएगा. जब आप पैराफ्रेज, अगर आप पैराफ्रेज कर रहे हो, इफ यू इवन इफ यू पैराफ्रेज, यू मस्ट हैव टू यूज अ प्रॉपर citation and include the references. When using facts, I said, okay, if I have written in my article, there have been so number of crime in India. No, ये तो फैक्ट है ना. इतना क्राइम हुआ, कुछ तो सोर्स होगा ना जहां से मुझे ये बात पता चली. कहीं से तो लिया होगा ना मैंने ये. कौन कौन सा सोर्स है, लाइक नंबर ऑफ एक्स नंबर ऑफ क्राइम्स इन इंडिया इन द प्रीवियस ईयर. So always cite the source. So any factual information that is not of a common knowledge should be properly cited to substantiate your claims and give credit to that source. So if I say, for example, I have used NCRB data, मैं NCRB का डाटा साइट कर दूंगा, इस साल का ये डाटा है, whether it is from first one or the second one. Now, this is someone you this important if you are a non-native speaker. Copy phrases with simple special caution if you are a non-native speaker. And please proper cite those things. And प्रॉपर साइड दू, आप उनको प्रॉपर साइड करें। और अनइंटेंशनल कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं कि अनइंटेंशनल प्लेजरिज्म कर लेते हैं। आपका इंटेंशन तो नहीं होता प्लेजरिज्म करने का, लेकिन वो प्लेजरिज्म में आ जाता है। ऑलवेज क्रेडिट, अगर आप उनको क्रेडिट नहीं दोगे वो प्लेजरिज्म में आएगा। अगर आप उनको क्रेडिट दे देते हो, नीचे अपने साइटेशन रेफरेंसेस में मेंशन कर देते हो, तो वो प्लेजरिज्म में नहीं आएगा। और ये भी नहीं कि आपको पूरा आर्टिकल ही सारा कॉपी करना है, आपको अपने आइडियाज भी यूज करने हैं। Now, please, one more thing I have to tell. Please avoid, please write in your notebook right now. Avoid using AI tools. Please, this is something I want you all to, कि अब तो भैया चैट जीपीटी आ गया है, उससे लिख कर देता हूँ या देती हूँ. So people what they do, they just open the particular app. Please write an essay on this topic or an article. People are what they are doing. AI has came. They open the chat GPT. They write a essay on IPC or rape laws. They will written, but it is not your idea. It is generating. ना ही वो AI का आइडिया है, वो उस प्लेटफॉर्म का है जो कि उसमें कंटेंट उसको डायरेक्टली दे रखा है। उसी एक प्रोग्राम है, उसको कंटेंट उसके पास, उसके सारे प्लेटफॉर्म का कंटेंट उसका, उसके प्लेटफॉर्म का कंटेंट उसके पास अवेलेबल है। तो आपका काम तो वो 15 से 20 सेकंड में कर देगा, नो डाउट। बट व्हाट हैपेंस, इट्स एआई, AI will not give you the citations if it has as anything that is someone else work। वही तो वही वो सारा वर्क कॉपीड है, then again it will come in plagiarism in the very end, and we do not want it। So what you can do avoid plagiarism is first create an outline what you want to write। फिर अपना आइडिया इनकॉर्पोरेट करो। क्या करो उसके बाद, गूगल पे जाओ, बुक्स देखो, केस कमेंट्रीज पे जाओ, जर्नल्स देखो, रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स देखो, फिर देन यू हैव टू ऐड योर ओन एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट्स। अभी टॉपिक मिला, आज जैसे मैंने आप लोगों को 2 या 1 तारीख को टॉपिक दिया, आपने क्या किया, गूगल से कर लेता हूँ सीधा, कॉपी कट कॉपी पेस्ट, कट कॉपी पेस्ट, चलो भेज दिया। You don't have to do those things. First write your own thoughts and ideas, then build upon that। अब वो कैसे करना है, चलो, go to Google, go to various websites, textbooks, journals, commentaries that are available। Not straight away jump to that, because when you, जब आप सीधा वहां चले जाओगे स्ट्रेट वे, तो आप अनइंटेंशनली प्लेजराइज कर ही दोगे। तो आपका ओरिजिनल रह जाएगा भैया 10%, एंड प्लेजराइज कंटेंट विल बी 90%। So please, what you do first, start writing by yourself, develop your article, and if you think we need some extra research on this, then add research from Google or various sources। चलो, just a second। Now we have, अब हमने plagiarism के बारे में तो बहुत बात कर ली। Now since we have talked of plagiarism, let's come to citation। Plagiarism बोला कि अगर flag हो तो cite करो, you should properly cite facts and stuff। So let's see why citation is important। Firstly, it is to show your reader that you have done proper research by listing sources you used to got your information, then to be a responsible scholar। चलो इसको एक एग्जांपल से समझते हैं। 3 लड़के हैं, ए बी सी। ए और बी ने अपना पूरा मेहनत करके एक प्रोजेक्ट बनाया, सी वाले भैया ने कुछ काम नहीं किया। जब प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट करा और क्रेडिट लेने की बारी आई, तो भैया सी भैया भी पहुंच गए कि मैंने भी बनाया। तो ए और बी को आएगा गुस्सा, कॉमन सी बात है। बट वो क्या, फिर भी वो क्रेडिट, स्टिल ही इज कमिंग टू टेकिंग द क्रेडिट। किसका काम था, ए और बी का। सी ने कुछ नहीं करा, पहुंच गया क्रेडिट लेने। इन द वेरी एंड क्या हुआ, क्रेडिट सी को भी मिला। दैट इज समथिंग वेरी रॉन्ग। सिमिलरली इन रिसर्च आर्टिकल, अगर किसी ने अपना टाइम, एनर्जी, सब कुछ लगाकर एक अपना रिसर्च पेपर लिखा है, और even without giving him proper credit, without acknowledging his ideas, you use it in your work, that is very unethical of you and very incorrect। So yes, to be a responsible scholar or researcher, please give proper credit। That is also why we use proper citations and references, obviously to avoid plagiarism by quoting words and ideas of other authors, and to allow your reader to track down the source, you must be citing them accurately। What all you must cite, this is very important, you must cite all the facts, figures, ideas, or other information that is not of common man। नॉलेज। अगर कोई भी आपका आर्टिकल पढ़ रहा है, उसको लग रहा है कि ये इंफॉर्मेशन उसके लिए ऐसे कॉमन नहीं है, तो आपको उसको साइट करना ही पड़ेगा। That are any idea, words or theories or exact of or any exact language that you have used of any other author or person, जो कि आपको किसी भी बुक, चैप्टर, आर्टिकल्स, वेब पेजेस, इन सब पे मिलेगा। तो आपको वो सारी चीजें साइट करनी है, क्योंकि आपको थेसिस में मिल सकता है, आपको ये सब डिसर्टेशन हर जगह मिल सकता है, ये सब। नाउ इन द लास्ट, गुड राइटिंग प्लस गुड रिसर्च विल मेक योर आर्टिकल गो फ्रॉम गुड टू बैड। अगर ये दोनों आपके पास है तो आपका आर्टिकल बहुत बढ़िया है। Now I will show you two articles. Tell me which one is better and why you can. Just a second, guys. I will. Just a second. Pritha Paul. We will take the Q&A session in the last, and I will answer your all the queries. Just a second. Tell me my screen is visible to all of you. Please write in the chat box or anyone can
Yes,
speak.
sir.
Thank you. Shall I zoom in or it is visible to all of you? Please write in chat box. Now it is visible to everyone. I think it is now okay. Yeah. Thank you, Fadin. Mamta memory. Sorry if I not pronounce your correct name. Yeah. So you don't have to read anything. Just see the article. This is not the exact one which is published. For example, this is the article. If it is of a 7 or 7 to 8 pages, the person has written a good manner. He has written, yeah, some. He has not written proper headings. He has written the appropriate procedure of ADR. He has written differences between mediation, conciliation, and lok adalat. He has written legal aid. He has written some case studies, references, conclusion. I believe there are the references. So this is the one article. Now let's go to other article. Is this visible to all of you? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Chalo, let's move forward. Now, please look at this article. See here, she has written abstract. After she has written keywords, then introduction. After that, objectives, mediation, arbitration, conciliation. This paper basically relates to ADR, alternate dispute resolution, I believe. She has written of these three related to ADR mechanism. How to choose the appropriate procedure of ADR. She has done the three processes. That the difference between mediation, differences between mediation, conciliation, and lok adalat. She has written legal aid, Article 39A, access to justice. She has written some case laws also. She has also written conclusion. Sorry, guys. and I think there are the differences. So now, please write in the text box. Can anyone tell me which article will you think that which is better? Please write in the chat box. Which is more engaging you? Who believes the first article is better? Anyone who wants to say the first article is much more better? Manisha, if you want to anyone say, please write in the chat box. Thank you, Sakshi. Very good, Sakshi. Okay, so most of you are want to say that the second article is better. Do you remember highlight of headings and subheadings, right? Exactly. So all of these things were there in the second article. So I use the one term. Can anyone tell me which one? And now please left, no, don't left the meet. Now I will be explaining about the blue book. Scannability. I I hope you are not. I hope you are listening it. But so I was talking about showing my presentation. If you open a website, you have these two articles. You before you go obviously for a second article, because at an instant you can see whether this article is useful for you or not because of the proper headings and subheadings that are given, right? Why we have given you a format, the format that we prescribed you for an article. I think I did say standard one because that is what mostly is followed. There is something else specified. So using the format as Times New Roman, font size 12, writing your references, highlights your headings and subheadings in a proper manner is what makes your article really good. Does anyone have any idea of citation style that you are supposed to use during your internship? Please write down in the chat box. किसी को कोई आइडिया है हम कौन सा साइटेशन स्टाइल यूज कर रहे हैं आपके इंटर्नशिप के लिए? प्लीज चैट बॉक्स में लिखें. अगर आपको आइडिया है तो यस या नो भी लिखो. नो बुक 20 हार्वर्ड. या सो वी आर रेफरिंग द हार्वर्ड ब्लू बुक 20th edition. I believe are comparatively very easy than many others that are already present because Blue Book is something that we use it because like there are some more like ILI standard editions, citations, and Chicago because Blue Book is easy. No further we are using Blue Book, not Oscola, because Blue Book is the easiest citation style among all of them. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So now I am searching on the net about the. You will search that. Yeah, open the first one by SEC online. It is the Harvard Blue Book 20th edition. I hope it is provided by your internship coordinator in your group. If not it been provided, please ask your coordinator to provide, or it will be provided after the end of session. So let's come to Blue Book. Right, this is the Harvard Blue Book 20th edition. It's available on net. So it is basically a referencing style that we use while we're writing our papers and articles. So you can see they have written the general rule of citations of books. If you can see they have written the general rule, they also give some examples. Like here is the while here the for the case laws. Here is for the statutes, for the articles and websites as well. because it is an online internship. I believe very few will refer books. If you do cite books, we will come to that at very end. Here are the online sources. Yeah. Now, firstly, I will come to the case. Here is the. So the what is the general rule for this? Right, party one, that is plaintiff, oblique appellant, oblique applicant versus defendant or respondent. After that, we have to write the citation number. For example, case is between the Guru Nanak Foundation versus Ratan Singh and Sons. सिमिलर तो आपको क्या करना है, तो इसमें आई बिलीव द प्लेंटिफ इज द गुरु नानक फाउंडेशंस and the defendant is the Ratan Singh and Sons, then you have to write, after that write the citation number. And if it is Keshwananda Bharti versus State of Kerala, one is the plaintiff, one is the defendant. You will write that name and then write the sentence citations. There are some more cases like Vodafone International Holdings BV. He is the plaintiff, and versus Union of India, he is the defendant. And here is the citation number 2012 341 ITR 1 SC 347. Now move to statutes. Right, what we have, statutes are the something that also we will cite a lot. So for statutes, what you have to write is the short title of the act. जब बेल एक्ट खोलते हो आप लोग, उसके अंदर जो नाम दिया होता है उसे ही आप शॉर्ट टाइटल बोलते हो. Now short, for example, there is a banking regulation act of 1949. You will write that a short title, then this symbol you can see this as dollar type, like as type. uh, this is used to specify a particular section. So you will write, if you can find in the MS Word, or if you can't find, you can copy from here. After that, you can write, that is being referred, and you have to that write a particular section, like you are referring a section 20, so you have to write this sign after that 20. After that, number of 10 of the Act of Parliament 1949. So if something is number 12 of Act of Parliament of 1960, then we will write it. If it is a number 30, we will write number 13. ये नंबर आपका कहाँ से मिलेगा? गूगल. गूगल पापा पर सब कुछ मिल जाएगा, उस पर आपको सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है. अगर एक्ट नंबर 25 है, बैंकिंग रेगुलेशन एक्ट फॉर एग्जांपल 25 था 1949 का, तो हम क्या लिखेंगे? बैंकिंग रेगुलेशन एक्ट 1949 नंबर 10 Acts of Parliament 1949. Just have to search or type 7 like Banking Regulation Act, or just type, say you want to learn of pause, just write act number of pause. It will show you what is the number of act. Now online sources. We have to cite now, just have to mention the name of the website. Name of website Legal Vidya, URL www.legalvidya.com. Last visit date 4 February 2024. Now I will come to the books now. I believe very few of you will rarely cite books. Just have a look at it again. You can always refer to the citations or the citation style. You just need to open this particular document. There is an example that is given particular document. It will be really easy. So general rule is that you write volume number. For example, its volume number is 2. Then the title of the book is, then the author's name, sorry. Author's name is D.D. Basu. After that, title of the book is Constitution of India. After that, page number is 201 or something else. After that, publisher's name of year of publishing. You have to write that name. So the book is the. You have to insert these brackets also. You can take any help from this. So those are a few things I believe your internship coordinator has shared with you all. As he shared an article for you all, which you can refer to while you are writing your research articles. throughout your internship. So open that please article, go through it once, and then start writing. Please remember, most of you might have attended the first session where we have said on a exceptional work, you will receive a letter of recommendation. The only thing that is stopping you from receiving that, if you are not giving the regular updates on time, update time will be 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you are not consistent with your work, so just be consistent with your work, give updates on time, write the article on proper format. Main thing, please make a plagiarism report, and don't send the screenshots. Sorry. Now come to the main thing. Don't send the screenshots